What's going on, everybody? This is MDENT313, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Man, I have some unfortunate news to report. Listen, longtime kicker, one of the greatest kickers of all time, Baltimore Ravens kicker, particularly Justin Tucker, has been accused of being very inappropriate and sexually harassing six massage therapists at two different massage parlors. Now, these alleged incidents were supposed to have happened between 2012 and 2016. These women are just now coming forward saying that, he was pretty much, trying to get them to do a little something strange for some change. He was trying to get them, he was revealing himself, if you will. He was brushing himself up against these young ladies. He was trying to get them to, touch them and, things of that nature. And it's being reported that, some of the ladies, they had to stop the session early because he was so egregious and so inappropriate that they just ended the session early. And then you had another group of ladies that allegedly banned him from the parlor because he was just so inappropriate. So the ladies are just now coming out. They said that they've been wanting to tell this story, but now they feel confident and comfortable to tell their story. And listen, I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. We are living in an era, and I'm gonna use what Corey said, because his exact terms was called, he coined it lick by lawsuit. Now, if you from my community, you know what lick mean. When we say hit a lick, that means you came up, right? So, let's say you go to the lottery, you go play the lottery, you go play the 4-digit and you win, hit your 4 numbers straight, or you will it, win your 5,000 or whatever it is, you hit a lick, right? Pretty much came up. And we know that we living in an era. Now, sometimes it's true. If you look at the data and the statistics, most of the time it's not. But just the mere allegation alone will ruin your career and your reputation. The reason why men like Corey Holcomb call it lick by lawsuit is because if you notice, in most of these cases, these women don't never want to see these men go to jail and be prosecuted. They only file civil charges, which means that primarily they only want money, because they don't file criminal complaints. They only file civil complaints. And what's going on right now is a lot of these lawyers see that it's a lane and a window of opportunity for them to come up on a lot of money real quick and real fast, because in our current judicial system, we have a believe all women policy. So if you're a man with means and money and fortune and fame, all the women have to do is make the accusation, and your career could be over. And even by a miracle, your career may not be over. You will lose a lot of a lot of money in sponsorships, endorsements, and any other deals and future business opportunities, because people don't want their brand being associated with accusations and allegations of that magnitude, right? And this is why a lot of men are opting to go overseas. Well, I'm talking about men with means and money and resources are opting to just leave Americanized women alone, go overseas, start, have their families and get into relationships over there, because Over here, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but with these cases, they're treated as guilty until proven innocent. And in many of these cases, you can look it up so you can know that I'm not lying, I'm not making this stuff up, I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not fabricating. In a lot of these situations, when the man is, he chooses not to just settle and make it go away. He chooses to stand up for himself and fight when he's proven to be telling the truth, and when the women are proven to be liars. That man still may lose his career, he still loses endorsements and his sponsorships, because the brands don't care that you were telling the truth and that you're innocent. They still don't want their brand associated with something like that. And it's all over greedy lawyers and lazy, greedy women who are trying to come up off men who put the work in to become successful. It's an easy lawsuit. It's an easy, and in many of these cases, the women don't even have to pay the upfront cost to, keep the lawyer. The lawyers are willing to do it because they know it's a good chance that whether, the guy's proven innocent or not, they'll still get, something from it. Because in most situations, men don't want this, brought to the forefront. So even though they may be innocent, what they tend to do in most situations is they tend to settle out of court. Because let's say, for an example, you may have a sponsorship deal where you may be getting $10 million a year, $20 million a year, so on and so forth. Well, it'll be just cheaper and more beneficial to you to just pay the $1 million or the 1.5 or the 3 or whatever the woman is asking for, versus you ruining that business opportunity by fighting and proving your innocence. Okay? And see, this is why you have to be careful when you're laughing at men like P. Diddy and Jay-Z, and so on and so forth, because you never know, this could be you. See, back in the day, right, and I'm gonna segue, I'm gonna get off this topic real quick. Back in the day, and I'm gonna tell something about myself and my culture, right? When we were coming up, we would see the men who might have a kid or two, and he's no longer with the child's mother, right? And let's just say hypothetically, you end up talking to or dating that particular woman. All you would hear is, oh, he ain't this and he ain't that and he a deadbeat and whoop-de-woo. In your mind, you like, well, okay, well, I'm not like that. I'm a different type of dude. I don't get down like that. I wasn't raised like that. I don't believe in that. So what'll happen is you will genuinely believe what you'll be buying what that particular woman is selling, only for you to get into a relationship with said woman and see how she gets down to know, okay, well, it's not that guy, it was her. Or you may have the other situation where you may not talk to that particular woman, but same scenario, you'll get with a chick, thinking everything is on the up and up. You may catch that particular woman cheating, or even if you don't catch her cheating, that woman is just mean, rude, disrespectful, just all out of pocket. So you decide to end a relationship, and that woman is upset and shocked because most women in American culture don't get dumped. Most women here do the dumping and the leaving of the relationship, that when you are the one that say, you know what, I've had enough of this, enough is enough, this relationship is over with. That woman will go assassinate your character, try to turn your child against you, say all horrible things about you in the streets, because we're not famous, as regular guys. It happened to us on a smaller scale, and they'll have everybody thinking that you're a loser, you're a deadbeat, you was abusive, you was a cheater, and all that happened was you ended the relationship because that woman was so hard to live with and so disagreeable and so angry and so mean and so rude and so unappreciative that you say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going my separate ways. And because you ended the situation, now your reputation and everything that you worked for is being thrown in the gutter. And now men are starting to understand as a whole, because now with the advancement of the internet, you have men finally talking to other men in mass, whereas back in the 90s and the 80s, women were communicating. Women always been the social of the group, but then you have women communicating with each other through talk shows and TV shows, and then they was putting all this stuff, these false narratives on television and on movies and entertainment, when in reality, in most of these situations, you know, these women will pick the wrong men to be in relationships with, and then they'll get with a good guy to, you know, for him to pick up the pieces. Things don't go right, and he'll end a relationship, and meanwhile she already assassinated the first guy's character. Now she's going to assassinate your character. And now why you seeing so many of these, you know, sexual allegations arise? Because it's easy money, and it's a lot of money, it's real fast. And also women are incentivized to do this because when they are proven to be lying, they don't face any jail time, their reputation don't get ruined, their faces and names are not blasted all through the media. So they pretty much get a free pass to do and say whatever they want, whether it's true or false. And when they're proven to be wrong, nothing happens to them, right? It's kind of like if you have a child, right? And you say, listen, if you want to go to Disney World or Island of Adventure, Universal Studios, whatever, you're going to have to stay on top of your chores, and you're going to have to get good grades. And that particular child, they get bad grades, they do their chores, or they don't do their chores at all, but you still take them to Disney World or Island of Adventures or wherever they want to go, and you buy them whatever they want. You buy them the latest game systems and things of this nature. You're not incentivizing them to do good. You're incentivizing them to continue to do bad. And that's what's happening here in America. These guys work extremely hard to be successful. These guys work extremely hard to be productive and stay out of trouble. And these women are willing to ruin these men' reputations and careers over a quick buck. And these lawyers are, how can I put it? These lawyers are encouraging these women to move like that. Now, do you have situations where it happened? Yeah, you do have some situations where it happens. But it's not treated like, on a case-by-case basis. You know what? We're going to see. And if this guy is proven to be right, let's give him his endorsement deals back. Let's let him keep his career, and let's send this woman to jail. This, in rare situations, do it happen. Michael Irvin is the rare exception. Remember when those women accused Michael Irvin of being very inappropriate with them in a hotel, where he was kicked off I can't remember if it was ESPN or if it was the NFL network, but he was kicked off right before the Super Bowl. He lost out on a bunch of money, a bunch of opportunity, and then when he was found to be, to be telling the truth, because they had video surveillance, by the grace of God, they had some video surveillance, because this stuff was all supposed to happen at a hotel in the like in a lobby area. They sometimes, some of these hotels be having bars and stuff, and thank God they didn't tell stories and say that it happened in whatever hotel room. He was able to get his job back, but he's the rare exception. Most of the times the men, they lose their money, they lose their deals, they lose their career, and in some cases they still go to jail, only to find out years later that woman was telling a fib, but nothing ever happens to that woman. So for you men out there, you have to be extremely careful of who you deal with. That's why if you notice, a lot You're starting to see men withdraw from not only marriage, but from having children because of this. Men are getting raked over the coals in divorce court. Men are getting raked over the coals in these sexual allegations and accusations. Men are getting raked over the coals in the child support court. And men are fed up and have had enough. But be careful about who you laugh at and who you crack jokes about, because this can be any man, me, you, or any other man that's successful. If a woman decides she want a quick lick and you have money, you can be held responsible. And that's all I got to say. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's see how this all play out. Got to go through the due process of going to court and so on and so forth. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.